thing there, and I only got a little bit down. Welcome to my channel. I know my face looks super shiny now, but I thought it'd be a good idea to do a full week of trying to empty some products that I've been meaning to empty out. I just finished a few products and it got me kind of motivated to film like how much product I actually use within a week of sticking to a skincare routine. So we're gonna get into that. First off, we have the alginate Genius Liquid Collagen Lip Treatment. As you can see, the label's rubbing off, but I've gone back and forth in using this, and then once I use about half of it, I get this like weird mindset of like, oh my gosh, I can't use it anymore because I don't want to run out of it. And then when I start getting product, then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to use this up. So I am going to mark on here where the line is. So this is where the line is, and we'll see how much I can get done with using this morning and night for the next week. It is Sunday night, and I just finished doing my skincare routine, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna do this. Next up is actually my Hendrickson Banana Bright Eye Cream. I have used probably half of this, if I'm gonna have to guess, and I feel like I'm not really making any progress on it anymore. I used it a bunch. I went through a whole full size of this, and I got a travel size, went through a whole travel size, and now this is my last Banana Bright Eye Cream that I have, and I've kind of held on to it since I haven't repurchased it or anything, and I'm kind of just like, don't want to let it go. So I need to get going with this. So if you can't really see, the line is actually like right where this cap kind of goes on, is right where all of the product kind of stops. So that is where that one is at. Eye cream. So this next one literally did the same thing. Used it a bunch, loved it, and then kind of ran low on it, stopped using it. And this is the Sunday Riley A+ High Dose Retinol Serum. I believe I got this in an Allure Beauty box along with the CEO oil that came out, but I just stopped using it, and I actually have a full size of this, but I wanted to use the sample size first, so I need to use this up. You can't really tell because the bottle is so thick, but when you put a light to it, it's an airless pump. It's really hard to tell, but I want to say it's got probably 4 or 5 uses out of it. We'll see, but it's probably right about here right now. So that is the next thing to go through. Now, the other thing to go through is actually this Hendrickson Glow 2OH Dark Spot Toner. I'm actually gonna interchange these. I'm not gonna use them the same night because I feel like that's a little bit too harsh on my skin, but this is not gonna take me a week to go through, but I do want to see how much I use just using it every other day, because I've had this for, I want to say it was around the summertime when I got this, and then again, as you can see, I used like half of it, loved it, and then I was like, I don't want to run out of it, so I stopped using it. Tell me I'm not the only one that does this, because I feel like I'm the only person that freaking uses half products, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to run out of it. Goodness. So I'm gonna mark this one. All right, it's really hard, but I had to put it on the table to even it out, but that is the mark for where we are at. Next up, even though I love this, I do have 2 other ones that I still need to go through, but this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. Love this so much, but I need to start getting through them. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna measure. I'm probably gonna measure it this way. So at the very bottom there is where it is. And actually, if you can't really tell, right underneath where it says Glow Recipe, that is actually the line of where it is. I'm just gonna put a little line, you guys can see that, so that I remember where we were at. So next thing is another Ole Hendrickson product. Again, I have another one of these, but this is the one that I kind of dug into, put the lid back on, forgot about it for 2 months, dug back into it, and I need to stop doing that with products. And I'm trying to motivate myself with doing this video so I can look back on it anytime and motivate myself. But this is the Ole Hendrickson C-Rush Brightening Gel Cream. I used this tonight, but it's right about the same as the banana eye cream. If you can kind of see, it's a bit uneven. It's really hard to like even this one out because it is like a weird creamy texture, but I'm gonna try and get through this whole thing, even if I have to use it on my hands a little bit, if I gotta use it all the way down my neck and my décolleté. We're gonna try and get through this whole thing. I think that is everything. Before we get into how much I've used in the week, goodness gracious, I wanna ask you guys if you're interested in this. Do you guys ever put product aside or like put it in the front of your place where you do your skincare or makeup to kind of empty it, depot it, remind yourself to use it to get rid of it? Or how do you guys get rid of things? I am not a good person to get rid of things at all. I actually just finished my full-size Drunk Elephant Protini. This is the Lala Retro, but I finished a whole Protini. Took me a year, but I did it. But let me know if you guys like these little updates. Maybe I could do them here and there when I have some products like these that are a little bit easier to line and motivate me to use them. And it also helps me stick to a single skincare routine. Let me know what you guys think. All right, it is actually a little over a week after I filmed the beginning part of this video. I got sick, so this is technically still a week's use on here, maybe like a week and 2 days, but I was sick and I wasn't about to try and film while I had a stomach virus, but I actually did pretty good, and it's actually pretty surprising how much stuff I actually went through in a week when I kind of just focused and tried to get to the bottom of it. First thing is the Sunday Riley A+ High Dose Retinoid Serum. I don't have any kind of weird reaction with this. I used it completely up. So proud of it. I actually have a full size of this, but I used half of this already, and then I was like, I don't want to open multiple things at once that are the same things, but use this, love this. I would repurchase it, but I already have the full size of it. So this is done, good for it. I think it was like 3 days, 3 nights, and it was like done for. Second thing that I use completely up is the Ole Hendrickson C-Rush Brightening Gel Cream. I used this whole thing up completely, and then I also started digging into the other one, which was brand new, and I got a little bit of dent in there. So I feel like I could finish this sample size in the next week. So I have it set aside over here for me to work on it. And then as for the Banana Bright Eye Cream, I feel like I got a little bit better. I don't know. I'm going to do a side-by-side with these so you guys can let me know if you think I put a decent dent in there. I tried to use a little bit more than I normally do to try and get through it, but I'm not so satisfied with that one. Another thing, this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. I put a pretty hefty dent on this. If you guys remember, it was like right at the bottom of the words, and I feel like I used a pretty hefty amount of this. So I feel like another week and I can finish this. I use this for everything. I used it for my face, I used it for makeup, I used it for skincare, I used it on brushes. I sprayed my foundation brush before I did my foundation with this, so it definitely was getting some love, but it's such a fine mist that it's hard to finish through, but it is a good point in saying this is a pretty good, it'll last you a good while. I think I've had this for, I want to say about 6 months I've had this, so I'm trying to use it up because I have another one, and I also have the new Fenty What It Do. I probably have a video out on it already. If I do, I'll link it down below, but I'm wondering if these are pretty similar. Something I didn't really get a big dent on was the Hendrickson Glow 2 HO Dark Spot Toner. I did my little thing there and I only got a little bit down. It's gonna take me a while to get through this. I feel like I'd have to use this for a straight month to get through this. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta finish it up. I've had it for a little bit too long and I need to finish things so they don't go bad. And then as for the alginate Genius Liquid Collagen Lip Treatment thing, I think I did a pretty good job on that. I feel like this would be another thing that would take me about a month to finish. I use this so much. I applied it before I started my skincare. I applied it just now. I applied it in the morning. Like every time I was like, oh, I need something on my lips, I would try and force myself to put this on. And it's taken me a while. I love this though. My boyfriend hates this because it has this like, not minty, but it has this like icy hot feeling on your lips, which is nice for me, not for everybody. But that is all the skincare, like a whole skincare routine of how much I use in a week. If you guys are interested in more videos like this, let me know. I actually organized and pulled out some skincare that I want to use up, and I put it in lines next to me right here. So I have like 3 different sprays that I would like to finish that I've like finished halfway and haven't completely finished. So the first one I need to finish is the Glow Recipe. Second one is the Florence one. Finished it halfway. That was like about a month of use and I kind of lost it in the skincare, so I need to go back to using this. And then another thing is this Origins Maximizer spray. I went through a whole bottle of this, got another one, and used it halfway, and then I just like set it to the side. I was like, I don't want to go through another one. I want to save it, but I need to stop with this mentality. But that's a little bit of an idea of what I got going on for my empties. And then I also have like some sample size things that I've been holding on to for whatever reason, and I want to get through it. Another question or another thing that you can comment on if you'd like, let me know if you guys ever try to do empties. I feel like I see a few people do it, but do you ever like try and focus on a couple products to try and empty out? I do have a whole empties for makeup, or like, what is it, like a project pan that is to my right in a drawer of all the things that are either about to expire or things that I, again, used up half of it and just haven't been reaching it, or there's some things that I've used a ton and there's just like a little bit left that I just need to power through and finish it. So if you'd like a makeup project pan for like a week update, let me know, because I could probably do that for you guys. I got 2 empties on this like skincare project pan today. Yay for me. But if you want to see my last skincare Sunday video, I'll have it right over here for you guys. This video will be suggested to you by YouTube and my face will be right here. We click on it and subscribe to my channel.